I'm here today talking to a lot of students about my life story in many ways. I was a participant in a $3 billion financial statement fraud that occurred at HealthSouth a number of years ago. And despite it being a number of years ago, I think there's a lot of very relevant messages that students can hear, not just about the financial issues themselves, but about ethics, what it really should look like in their lives. And we kept telling ourselves over time that we could fix it, that we could fix the underlying problems with the company, that this fraud was temporary, that it could someday go away. And we were desperately working trying to fix the underlying problems. However, the CEO of the company had no patience whatsoever in reporting the truth. He had no interest in bringing the Wall Street expectations down, and as a result, the fraud actually grew over years. Finally, along came Sarbanes-Oxley, this landmark legislation out of the SEC, which came out of Enron, WorldCom, other big corporate failures, and it required company CEOs and CFOs, now me, to sign a letter saying that our numbers were good. And if you're lying, you're looking at 20 years in prison. And believe me, that was my cold slap in the face. That was my wake-up call. Led to a series of events, but eventually I finally blew the whistle, on myself included, but blew the whistle on the company, which led to time in prison, loss of job, not just for me, but even for people who weren't involved in the fraud, the innocent victims of the fraud who were so negatively affected by all of that. One thing that I've learned through all of this, I've learned a lot through it, but one thing that I've learned in particular is selfish behavior ultimately hurts the people that you love the most. And I hope that my message resonates with students in such a way where they hear it. And then at some point on down the road, they might be looking at some sort of ethical dilemma and they might say, you know what, this is what that guy was talking about that day. This is how the slippery slope starts, and recognize it and act appropriately when they do see it.